Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. We have some deep issues to talk about. A lot of this has something to do with the psyche of the current male. So, as in this generation, we all know that tech work is very popular amongst the 20 and up crowd. So, the thing is, OnlyFans is another popular platform of modern day prostitution. A lot of people don't want to look at it that way, but it is what it is. It's prostitution. The highest bidders of these males that participate with paying OnlyFans girls actually meet up with their customers. The highest bidders meet up with these OnlyFans girls and to do whatever they want, right? So in Sweden, there's a new harsh prostitution law. This guy looks like Bruce Willis, but he's from one of the headline news people. But anyway, OnlyFans users in Sweden could face prison sentences under a harsh new law that treats buying online sex shows the same as paying a prostitute for sex in person. Well, yeah, just because it's online don't mean it's not prostitution. Duh. The law, which will likely, July 1st, also criminalizes profiting from or promoting others who perform sexual acts for payment on demand. This is a new form of sex purchase, and it's high time we modernize the legislation to include digital platforms. Swedish member of Parliament Teresa Carvalho said after the bill is passed. Well, yeah, the only difference is you ain't paying for it on the corner or hanging out the window. So I guess you pay for it Cash App or Apple Pay, whatever. Sign up to support your favorite creators, or let's just call them actors. Anyway, under the new law, it will be illegal to pay someone to carry out a sexual act remotely, such as on a live video stream. So this also includes the cam girls. Cam girls has been a thing for a long time, even since Yahoo Messenger. And I'm going way back. I'm going back 2001 and before the specific purpose of that act being viewed by the buyer. The law targets live, specially commissioned interactions, which are especially lucrative and popular among many porn stars on online platforms. It sounds like Pornhub's going to be affected too, it sounds like, if they even have Pornhub in Sweden. But they can't just only go after OnlyFans, or can they? So this is the lady behind it. Watching and paying for pre-recorded adult content will remain legal. So if it's pre-recorded, it's fine. But if you do it on a live stream, it's illegal. Carvalho, who is part of Sweden's left-wing opposition party, the Social Democrats, said the law is not aimed at targeting OnlyFans models themselves. So more like it's aimed towards the customers. So basically, the people performing the acts, no accountability held. That's crazy. This is a new form of sex purchase, and it's high time we modernize the legislation to include digital platforms. Instead, she said it will protect young people and other individuals vulnerable to exploitation. But a lot of them are choosing to do this. And you can't always believe that sex trafficking bullshit. A lot of times it's bullshit. There's a small percentage of these girls being trafficked. She pointed to links between online exploitation and grooming with drug abuse, human trafficking, and prostitution. The bill proposed by the Swedish Parliament's Justice Committee and received cross-party backing. Okay, good example. Swedish OnlyFans model Elsa Tora is seen in undated Instagram post. And see, like I said, a lot of social media is a big tool for exploitation. And nothing's really done about it. This came, I don't even know who this is, but I know a lot of you sex-starved men, especially that work in tech, engineers, those guys, these are the ones that are going to frequent these platforms the most. And a lot of these guys are married too. So not only do they have the money to do it, but they're unhappy in the home. They have a stressful job. They barely see their wives. But let's see how long you can get in prison. Paying for sex is already illegal and faces a sentence up to 1 year in prison. Sweden's sex trafficking laws focus on punishing the buyers, but not the sex workers. This shit is stupid. It's illegal in both hands in America. So how are you going to punish one side but not the other? This new law cracking down on OnlyFans and other adult sites is similar to the SESTA-Foster law passed in the U.S. in 2018 during President Trump's first term in office, which punished platforms that felicitate sex work. Yigit Adin, never heard that name in my life, activist at the European Sex Workers' Right Alliance. Wow, there's a whole alliance for sex workers. Okay, so now we're going to flip it on the safe side. So I'm going to tell you why whoever's hot on OnlyFans right now, they're in trouble, including the women that are doing cam work as well. I'm going to tell you why. So when we flip it to the other end, we have cyber brothels now, AI girlfriends, and VR intimacy. How worried should we be about the sex tech industry? No kids, no animals, but inside Europe's first cyber brothel, which uses a combination of sex dolls and AI to cater to its users' demands, pretty much anything else goes. Olivia Petter explores the growth of today's new tech augmented sex scene and asks what the rise in AI bots and cyber sex means for the future of human relationships. I mean, it's down in the gutter. Dating is dead. Going out to the clubs is dead. Everything's dead. And it's even worse for you guys that work at home and never leave your little luxury high-rise apartment. Though this is what's going to freak with them the most. So it's going to be young tech workers with high paid salaries. They're the ones that are going to indulge in this the most. See, I work in healthcare, and what I do, I'm dealing with laboratory specimens and stuff, so I can't do that from home. So I still have to be around people. So luckily, I still get to interact in person. But being that people are so picky, they could even choose and have their preferences too of what they want to see. Virtual relationships and everything. This is the future. This is the future of being human, huh? Damn. So marriages are really going to be down. But let's talk about it. Red arrives via spacecraft. Hair scarlet, skin glistens as if she's been dipped into a glittery tub of Vaseline. Sound like some Diddy shit. She is wet, soft, dripping with desire, and wants to be taken. Who rarely speaks, if at all. For just 99 euros, you can do whatever you want to Red. You don't even have to use a condom. She'll be waiting for you exactly as you want her, whether that's in certain positions or wearing specific lingerie. For an additional 69 euros, she will urinate for you. What the fuck? And see, that's why this generation of people are so damn weird. People need, especially men need to be around other people. Specifically for this shit. So all this AI shit is just creating more weirdos in the world. I live in the tech community right now. So that means I'm surrounded by people that have money, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of weirdos. For those of you that live close to the Silicon Valley in the Bay Area, they tend to be the biggest incels, and pretty much these platforms are going to be for incels. But for just 12 euros, you can expect to find her covered in artificial sperm. And for another 4 euros, you'll find her with a preheated vagina. Oh man, I can't believe what I'm reading. Is this real? And see, it's funny how all this stuff is happening abroad and not in America. I mean, it's here in America, but it's starting in Europe. So all this weird shit is starting in the European nation first and slowly being over here. And at this point, it might be worth clarifying that Red is not a real woman. Well, no doubt. She is one of 18 sex dolls available to hire at Cyber Brothel in Berlin, Europe's first cyber brothel, which uses a combination of artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and real-life voice actresses to provide visitors with a customized sexual experience courtesy of some terrifying lifelike pieces of silicone. Yeah, because a lot of these guys that are sex starved, they have a lot of weird sexual fantasies or just weird kinks that you don't hear about every day. But wow. So there is actual humans behind these dolls. Still need voice actors. So people are still getting paid and making money off of this. So Cyber Brothel was initially created as a project in 2020 by Austrian filmmaker Philip Fassnager. I grew up in a very conservative world where sexuality is mostly behind closed doors. No wonder why somebody that's sheltered, says the 35-year-old whose work has explored LGBT rights and sexuality. Then I came to Berlin and was blown away by this liberal, hedonistic world, describing himself as more into tech than BDSM. Fasanaga was inspired to lounge the business after making a short film about a man living with sex dolls. I thought we could make it an immersive exposition, except the doll in this artwork, and you can talk and have sex with it. Society is done, you guys. Damn. It's enough weirdos as it is. So, this means more socially awkward people. And this is why more people are going abroad to live a normal life where AI is not normalized. And I guess this is what happens when you grow up in a pretty much conservative family or household. But the cyber element came later as the technology developed. But even in its earliest stages, Fasanaga says there was a huge demand. Almost all 98% of visitors are male. Well, no kidding. A lot of clients come with their parents. Really? We call it a threesome light, but many come alone because they want to do something ethically correct instead of cheating. They also do it to explore cosplay stuff like doctor games, dungeon fantasies. Whether or not having sex with a silicone doctor doll would classify as cheating is debatable. Yeah. And see, the funny part is, if you look at countries, prostitution is very alive in most Asian countries, specifically Japan, which is a first world country, but prostitution is so normalized that you could take a married couple. The wife doesn't care if the husband goes to a brothel as long as he doesn't fall in love with another girl or develop feelings. It's not cheating. Even if he's having sex with other girls, it's okay. Wow. You see where I'm getting at? The setup at a cyber brothel is simple. Visitors choose the doll they want and pick from one of 4 booking options, ranging from basic hourly hire to full VR experience, which provides guests with a VR headset as well as various VR porn films. Sounds more like a video game though, to watch while they interact with their chosen doll. They also have the option of engaging with dolls via voice actors who can see and hear them and communicate live from an external control room. You can stay for any number of hours or nights using different freshly cleaned doll each day. Yeah, after guys are just ejaculating and nutting off. A kitchen with snacks is provided for those staying for multiple nights. So to all the homeless millennials, they're going to have a new hobby. Check-ins is anonymous and guests are told they can use pseudonyms. Oh my God. I just can't even imagine. But see, my thing is with the cost of living and everything. So does this mean the regular sex industry is in the toilet? I don't know. With just one male doll available, the brothel's average visitors are 34-year-old men whom Faustine insists are just regular guys looking to widen their sexual horizons. Regular guys. You're not regular if you're engaging in this. There's a reception that a service like this would appeal to men who have problems in the bedroom. What kind of problems? But as far as I know, most of the young guys coming here have no issues with that. This is just like their little vacation place. It's as cheap as a normal hotel, but you got a sex doll and unlimited porn. You don't want to have sex. You don't want to have a sex doll at home. It's just so bulky. Yeah, and you don't want your family to know about it either, especially for those of you that live at home. I resist the urge to point out that probably wouldn't be the most people's primary objection. Yeah, that's just a weird, freaky picture. So this is one of the original art posters that the Philip Fasanaga started as the Cyber Brothel. Wow. So we'll go down. I don't need to read this whole thing. It's kind of long. Let's just go to the key terms. But you see this right here? Is this a massage plate? It's a virtual room. Okay. It almost looked like a massage room without the without the kink toy right there. So you see this right here. The Home Office is aware of the increasing risks in this area. The UK has robust laws to tackle childlike sex dolls, and we are determined to address new emerging trends of abuse, including online, said a government spokesperson. Under the Online Safety Act, services, including social media sites, search engines, and in-scope AI chatbots, must protect users from illegal content. From this summer, platforms must also use age checks to stop children accessing pornography in their sites, including when it's AI generated. It don't sound like this is going to last very long. There's going to be a lot of controversy and complaints. Critics remain skeptical, however, that this technology is still new. It's so new. It's possible nobody knows how to navigate it safely, including those developing it. ChatGPT was only launched in 2022, while Cyber Brothel has only been operational in its current form for a year. Meanwhile, new AI companion apps are lounging all the time without vital safeguards because the industry is largely unregulated. And see, that's the problem right there. All this shit is unregulated. I think most people have no idea the extent of the inbuilt discrimination and inequality in much of this technology, and so currently it sees as novelty and a bit fun. Yeah, everybody wants to have fun. It's really important that we hold these companies to the same standards of accountability and safety as we would any other, like a multinational food conglomerate, which could never get away with the struggle attitude of tech companies and the inference that it is simply too difficult to regulate something so big. Yeah, it's going to get so big, it's uncontrollable. They might as well just legalize prostitution. They're not going to do it because local governments can't find a way to profit off of it. So when these prostitutes are paid, they get to keep all that money as a tip. You don't get taxed on your tips. That's why people like prostitution. But yeah, this is kind of weird though. That's the end of that. But the cyber brothels with sex bots, and as it is, the possibilities are endless as the consequences. Oh my God. This is sad. I mean, this is why it's important for young men to have hobbies. But my thing is, for the guys that are looking for feet pics, you could do that shit on Google, Pornhub for free. The only difference is you can't interact with the users without paying for it. That's why OnlyFans is a popular platform, because you can interact with the posters for a fee. Glad I don't have no kids. Anyway, this is Kyle Vale. I'll catch you on the next video. This is very interesting. Peace.